What's up, guys? Welcome back to Pro Gamer Manager. And in the last part, we did get a new house. We have moved into a brand new place on Empire Street 9. It's pretty nice. From what I can see, it's the best one you can get. Honestly, that's a pretty snazzy place. If I do say so myself. I was pretty sure that before there used to be a fourth one, but I guess they got rid of the fourth one because now it's just 3. So I don't know. Maybe they just want you to move into 3. They're not about the fourth life. But let's see what else. We got completely confused at the end of the last episode, which if you've watched it, you will understand, because I thought it said that we were gonna play in a match, but it turns out it was just another spectating. So nothing interesting ended up happening. So yeah, so we're just gonna kind of go back to, whoops, I forgot to push it again, but we're just gonna go back to continuing to kind of grind ahead and see what we can do. We've been kind of moving up the ranks in the ladder ranking pretty quickly. I'd say we're almost inside of 10,000, which is kind of a really big deal when you really think about it. Apparently we have no lurker. What? Apparently there was nobody listed as the lurker, so maybe there's just nobody there. Let me fix this mic real quick. Alright, so, you know, we're kind of like doing decent. Like, we're winning some, losing some. It's not like we're totally just destroying it, but you know, we're just kind of like right in the middle when it comes to the win-losses, you know. I'd say we're probably somewhere, if I had to say, we're probably somewhere around like 40% win-loss ratio right now. Like, I'd like to say we're at like 50, but I think we're probably more like 40. Like, we win 1, lose 2, win, you know, like what I'm saying? Like, you know, or technically winning 1, losing 2 would be 33 rather than 40, but, you know. It's like if we were to play 10 games, we win 4 out of the 10. Okay, there you go. That's 40%, folks. If you don't know math, you're learning math with me right now. We're going to make... Look at that. Wow. Got the top fragger, most entry picks, most headshots, and most op kills. Came to play that game. Let me tell you, we came to play. But yeah, so little announcement that I have right now. Tomorrow will be another video, which wasn't originally planned to be out, because obviously usually we do Pro Gamer Manager every other day, but there's going to be a new video out, which we are recording a Civ 5 game with myself and a few friends, and those games are going to go out on Fridays and Sundays, so hopefully you guys like it. We haven't recorded it yet. We're recording it the day that I'm recording this one, so I'm hoping it's going to be funny. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty funny, because all of us are some pretty funny guys. The series will likely be age restricted, though, because most of the people that I'm going to hang out with aren't real, like, super careful with what they say when it comes to cuss words. But, you know, so obviously if you're not, if you don't like hearing cussing, you're probably not going to enjoy that series very much, because there might be a word here or there, but hopefully it'd be fun. You know, we're just gonna kind of hang out, have a nice time, banter on with each other, and see who can win. You know, none of us are very good at the game, but obviously if you're good at the game, you're welcome to put comments in those videos and give us some tips. But obviously, because it's a multiplayer game, it won't be as easy to interact with it as it will for this series. Obviously, this series, I'm tending to record my videos once I can see the comments, so that I can interact with the people in the comments in the videos. But that won't be so much with this series. This series will more so, I'll be interacting with you through the comment section, because the video is going to be just recorded all in one, so, and then just split up into parts. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I'm hopeful. I think it's going to be a lot of fun just because we're all kind of goofy and just like to make jokes and just banter on with each other and talk about nonsense with each other for, you know, for like 4 or 5 hours through a Civ game. So we'll see. Hopefully you enjoy it. If not, it is what it is. You know, I do this partially because I want to have you guys enjoy this stuff, but, you know, if I don't enjoy it at the same time, then what's the point? So, I should be streaming. I'm not even paying attention right now. I'm just kind of zooming through here. I really should be doing the stream at the end so that we can get to level 10 eventually. We'll start doing that from now on, guys. Come on now. You're supposed to be... I get so sidetracked so quickly when I start talking. And then I'm off in a whole nother world talking about, I don't know, all kinds of nonsense. Talking about series that haven't even been released yet. But yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it, and you know, stay tuned for that for tomorrow. It'll just come out at the normal times. So we got a team meeting here. We're meeting at the local pizzeria again. Do you think we should focus on changing tactics when we meet few cranes? Let's counter their entry fragger, or no, let's stick to our usual game plan. This one's interesting. Like, so from my personal experience with being a manager, obviously when I was a manager, it was in StarCraft, which is a 1v1 game, but we had team leagues where, you know, you would end up pitting players against each other, right? So if this was a team league situation, and I know I'm going up against a team who has a really good player, right? So let's say for that situation, this team has a really good Zerg player. And I say, okay, well, going into that, I'm likely to look at the list of maps, watch their past history, and see how, when they likely put this guy out, is this guy someone who likes to play first, or is this guy someone who just goes out whenever, or is he someone who tends to be more of a closer? So after looking at that, I'd likely try and counter him, and if I think I have a player who can beat him, then I'd try and save that player to then go against him. So I would likely send a less talented guy out first to kind of test the waters and see if, obviously, if they don't send him out right away, then I'll just play like normal, and I'll just save the guy to snipe him whenever he comes out. But if I don't think I can beat him, then what I'd likely do is, now this obviously depends on whether it's Pro League format or All Kill format. In All Kill format, what that means is it's kind of like, it's also called King of the Hill format, right? So when the first player goes out, he plays against your first player. Whoever wins stays on, right? They stay on until they lose. And it's usually like a best of 7, right? So if the one guy wins all 4 matches, then they get an all kill. He won it all. But if it's Pro League format, what that means is the maps are selected ahead of time, and you just select a player to play on each match. You don't know who the other team's going to play on their match when you're picking your players. You just have to pick them, right? So it's just one of those things. So it's hard to snipe someone in Pro League format. But it's hard if you can't snipe them in All Kill format. So All Kill format really favors a team who can just have a really good player. Right? If you just have one really good player, you can just all kill all the time. In Pro League format, not so much. It's all about team strength rather than individual strength. But away from my my just ranting on, I think we're going to go with the original game plan. I think it's better to stick with what we know, stick with our guns, and just try and do what we can to win the games as they come to us. So rather than having trouble in it, we just kind of do our normal thing. Is the bottom line here behind the whole rant that makes no sense right now that I'm going on. So, whoops, we're getting closer and closer to getting within the 10,000 rank. But I can definitely tell each win is giving us a lot less points. Oh. guys, Java needs an update. as the computer screams at me for an update. There we go. So we're gonna, I think I chose the AK. I can't remember right now. I was trying to choose the M4, but I think I chose the AK on accident. Oh well. It isn't the end of the world. We'll make it work. And it's a win. Oh, and it was the M4. Okay, cool. So we got a win. You know, just kind of switch between the assault rifles. Those are the big ones that we want to just get really good at. You know, and just pretty much at this point, we're just continuing to rank up, get better. Obviously, the goal is to get to platinum eventually. And I actually haven't been paying attention to how much stamina we have again. Gosh, this is how bad I am right now. All right, there we go. Boom. All right, let's do some stream. Let's hit up the FPS stream real quick. Make a little bit of money. Which pretty much one stream at this point with the number of fans we have, we make enough money to just like pay the bills for the entire week with no issues at all. So that's pretty good when you think about it. And you know, if we were to start a team right now, we'd have quite the jump start going into it, since we have so many fans already. We have so many esports points, and we just have a decent amount of money already. So we'd be able to, rather than going for probably a lower ranked team, we'd probably be able to go for a higher ranked team right away, and actually probably get all the different revenue things right away, and they'd be able to actually make us a little bit of, they'd make a lot more money than normal, because normally when you first start the manager mode, it's not really worth it to get the ad revenue on a website, right? So if you guys have not seen manager mode, I will explain it a little bit. I recommend that you go and check out the series on my channel that I did for the manager mode. You see this little plug right there, look at that. But I recommend that you go check that out first, because we did the full playthrough with the old version of the manager mode, as well as the old version, and then the last patch version, and now obviously the new manager mode stuff we haven't checked out in a video, but that's alright. But we so back to what I was saying. I get on these little, I start to lose my focus. So in the manager mode, you have a few ways that you can make money, right? So the most known way to make a little bit of money is obviously win tournaments, right? If you can win tournaments, bam, you're gonna make a money from the prize pool, right? The next way, which is, these are probably the most important ways that you want to try and make money, is through through your merchandise, eShop, and website, right? Those are probably the three ones that you really want to work on, because those ones are going to be your safety net, right? So you start with a sponsor that's going to help fund the team, but that doesn't always mean that that sponsor is going to give you very much. A lot of times it can be between like 700 and like 1100. So we're spectating again, so nothing fun is going down. We're just sitting here watching the team lose, which is no fun, because we really don't want to sit here and just watch the team fail all the time. But we're gonna watch a few matches here, because we are running, our rage bar is running quite high at the moment, and really we just need to get some knowledge points to be able to, you know, continue to get better. Knowledge points are probably the most important things that we need to focus on at the moment, rather than things like focus and play style, because we've already filled up all the points in that. I think a nice thing they could do, hopefully that they do when they release the game, which I assume when they release the game they'll release a patch with it as well, is add in something that you can do with your points once you fill all the stuff in, right? So like maybe each point could like get you like a bonus or something, you know what I'm saying? Like have it do something, because at this point, if you check out our profile, we have 16 focus points and 8 playstyle points, and we have nothing we can do with them at this point, and we're just kind of like waiting for knowledge points to catch up to the rest of it. But that's going to be it for the episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you have a comment, question, or concern, leave it in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next part.